The Xavier Worthy drama has been a very interesting controversy all off season long, and the last time that I covered it, I talked about some allegations made by his fiancée Tia Jones in a TMZ article. All I did in that video was read the TMZ article, didn't give any of my thoughts, didn't give any opinions on the matter, because personally, I didn't actually believe much of what she was saying. But on this channel, I think it is important to give the other side of a story. Like, there's always going to be two sides of a story, and we heard all of the Xavier Worthy side, but we didn't hear any of her side. And so I made that video. It got a lot of hate. That might be the most hated video that I've ever put out. I had people saying they were unsubscribing, that I was just a joke of a YouTuber. You can have that opinion, but again, on this channel, I think it is very important to give both sides of the story. And with that being said, I want to talk about some more news that we got about this Xavier Worthy saga, and I think that this gives a much better idea of what is truly going on, because everyone got on me in that last video for not giving Xavier Worthy's side of the story. Well, guess what? In this video, it's all about Xavier Worthy, because we did just get some more updates about this situation. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. And as you can see, this article coming from TMZ, Chiefs Xavier Worthy sues DV accuser, "You abused and tried to extort me." And I've got some very interesting photos to show in this video, because we've got photos of the alleged damage that his fiance caused. It's really bad. I mean, it is horrific. But with that being said, let's kind of look at the article a little bit. Xavier Worthy is suing his ex, alleging she abused him and fabricated claims of domestic violence in an effort to, quote, extort a home, money, cars, and other valuables from him. So kind of on par with what we'd heard, a couple weeks ago. The Kansas City Chiefs star filed the lawsuit in Texas on Monday morning, less than 3 weeks after he was arrested over Tia Jones' claims that he choked her during a March 7th dispute at their Williamson County home. And this is actually a video at TikTok. We're not going to watch that. Worthy alleged in the docs that he's actually the real victim, claiming Jones was the one who became violent and, quote, extortive, after he says he found out in late February that she had cheated on him. Worthy claims he asked her repeatedly to leave their home after the alleged infidelity, and even offered to get her an apartment to allow her to get, quote, back on her feet. The NFL player, though, said she refused and became enraged and engaged in a series of abusive, extortive efforts. Look at this. This is a picture given to us by TMZ of, it looks like his gaming console, or like at least some sort of entertainment system. You can see a speaker, and that looks like a desk. Completely ruined. I mean, just absolutely cooked. That's not good, but it gets even worse. Worthy states she destroyed his game room on March 7th, breaking his desk and a PlayStation 5. He said a short time later, she scratched his face and ripped huge chunks of his hair from his head. Like, look at how bad this is. Again, just so I don't get in any legal trouble, this is all allegations. These are alleged. I cannot say that these things happen for sure. Let's just say I've been through some legal troubles with copyright and don't want to touch this one. So these are pictures of Xavier Worthy's head. I mean, look at the hair that was allegedly pulled out. Like, and you saw that he actually shaved his head. Like, he had a new haircut. And I'm sure that this is a big reason why. The 21-year-old wide receiver claims Jones, who was his fiance at the time of the relationship-ending altercation this month, then made up a story of repeated abuse by Worthy in a petition to get a protective order. Now, that protective order is what we covered on this channel a couple weeks ago. Got a lot of hate, but we wanted to cover the protective order. And this, oh my gosh, like, these are locks of his hair in bags. Goodness gracious. To make matters worse, Worthy also alleges while he was in police custody over some of her claims, she, quote, stole or destroyed over $150,000 worth of his personal property and cash from the residence, including a handgun, bracelets, and more. Worthy said she exhibited similar behavior in at least one previous high-profile relationship she was in. Well, that's interesting. That's really interesting. I wonder who she dated beforehand, but Seems like Xavier Worthy might have, goodness gracious. Worthy wrote in his suit that it's all done some serious harm to not only his body and his property, but his credibility, veracity, and reputation as well. Particularly after he says prosecutors declined to bring criminal charges against him in this case. He's suing for over $250,000 in damages. Will he ever see that money? Who knows? But goodness gracious, I mean, just to see those photos, it is horrific that Xavier Worthy's in this situation. And something that I talked about in the last video, and it kind of didn't get talked about because everyone was so mad that I was talking about, the claims made by Tia Jones. Xavier Worthy, to go through all this mentally, you got to think that that's got to be a pretty big just weight on his shoulders. I mean, we've all gone through, relationships and the strain that those can put on your life. And to have it end like this and him being such a big figure in the public eye, it's not probably very good for his mental health. And so hopefully this is something that, he's able to probably get into therapy for and just try to fix this, because there's so much going on. And guys, we know what we know, but there is definitely so much stuff going on behind the scenes that I'm sure he's dealing with, and that's no easy task. So, man, I mean, again, we cannot say that, any of these claims are true, but I think we kind of sort of can. I'm trying to tiptoe the line right now between saying the wrong thing, but Xavier Worthy is suing his ex-fiance for $250,000 worth of damages based on her essentially ruining his reputation, which for the most part she kind of did, because we had all this drama going on. He was arrested earlier this offseason. So there's a lot of stuff going on right now, but I do want to hear from you guys in the comments section below. What do you think of these new, the new article from TMZ? What do you think of the images? What do you think of the situation going on? Because goodness gracious, this is horrific. This is really, really bad. But I just wanted to go over the article and give Xavier Worthy's side of the story now that we have more evidence, now that we have more, testimony from him. So it's very interesting to see the way that his lawyers have gone about it and just kind of waiting to file the lawsuit. Again, will he ever see that $250,000? Who knows? I will say that for a guy on a rookie contract, that's not an insignificant amount of money. If Patrick Mahomes lost $250,000, whatever. He's making enough. But Xavier Worthy's not making, listen, he's making way more money than most of us. But at the same time, it's going to hit a lot of his rookie paycheck. So it'll be very interesting to see how this ends up unfolding. We'll cover it here on this channel. But that's all I've got for this video. If you liked it, hit that like button and subscribe to this channel for more daily Chiefs coverage. Until next time, guys, thank you for watching this video. And as always, go Chiefs.